Trudie Mason sitting in for Aaron Rand. You may have heard Jason Mayoff mentioning this on his newscast this afternoon. Montreal police confirming they are investigating some hate-related graffiti on some storefronts in Saint Laurent. Swastikas found spray painted on 3 neighboring Jewish-owned businesses, a pharmacy, a butcher shop, and an Italian kosher restaurant called Gourmetti. Jason, I was in the newsroom when he was talking to the police about this story, and he asked if there were any messages in addition to the swastikas, and the police did not want to comment on that. On the line with us is Paola Samuel, Quebec and Atlantic Canada Regional Director at B'nai Brith. Your sources, Paola Samuel, are they telling you the same thing? Swastikas, was there any message that you know of?
Hi, Trudie. We've heard the same thing that you've heard. It has been swastikas. It was it was done around 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. early morning, Wednesday morning. It was obviously a targeted attack at in a Jewish neighborhood. That part of Saint Laurent is known to be Jewish. Those are kosher restaurants, kosher butchers, kosher sushi. Like there's a whole strip of them. And so we know that it was, if it's done in the middle of the night, early morning, it's obviously pre-planned because you can't do graffiti just from the back of your pocket.
Do you believe that we are going to see an upswing in this type of activity because of the U.S. and Israeli attacks on Iran? Do you think it's connected?
So let's put it into context. First of all, we're already in a crisis of anti-Semitism in Canada. Since October 7th, the amount of anti-Semitic acts have skyrocketed. We're up over 200% of anti-Semitism in Quebec alone. There's 17 acts of anti-Semitism per day in Canada, according to B'nai Brith numbers. So we were already in a crisis of anti-Semitism. Now, Iran, what happened over the weekend in Iran, we were anticipating that our Jewish communities would be attacked. And it's unacceptable that our community is constantly attacked for wars that are going on the other side of the world. I'm sure you know that just a few days ago, on the eve of Purim, there were gunshots into a synagogue in Toronto. There were also stores in Toronto that were targeted as well. So this is an ongoing problem. And is it directly linked to Iran? Yes, because every time there's something going on in the Middle East, we are targeted. But this has been ongoing, and we are in a crisis of anti-Semitism since October 7th. Is
the cases in Saint Laurent, to your knowledge, here in Montreal, are they the only ones that have been reported?
Since the weekend? Since the weekend
attacks, the Saturday attacks?
Since the weekend, that's what we know so far. Correct. That doesn't mean that nothing's happened, but just that's what has been reported.
The police are saying they got the photos before the graffiti was erased, was cleaned off. They're looking at surveillance camera footage. Anything else you believe the police or the city should be acting on at this point?
So we have seen parts of that footage. It's very hard to see who it is. They're very, well blocked out and with hats and masks, etc. So there's not anything else that we know of. If we do know of anything or come across anything, we'll definitely be contacting the police. It is also a time for the Jewish community to be extra vigilant. I mean, we've been on alert for unfortunately 2.5 years at this point, but this is a time that people find excuses to target directly the Jewish community. And I also want to say one other thing. We are calling for an advisory, a royal commission to study anti-Semitism in Canada, because we're in a national crisis. This is no longer, this happened in Iran, or this happened here, or this happened there. We are in a national crisis of anti-Semitism, and we are calling on the government. We've been calling on the government, the federal government, since January, to start up a royal commission like it's just done in Australia to study what is going on in the streets of our country.
Paola, just before I let you go, you've seen the video, you've seen the surveillance camera video. What is shown on the video? Was it one attacker? Was it with a spray can? Was it multiple? Were they on a car? What did you see?
So I didn't see the whole thing. I can't comment on everything that happened, but what I did see was one person spray painting, but it doesn't mean that before or after there weren't other people. So I don't have the exact details. I just looked really quickly at the person who was spray painting, and we could see, what we saw is that we couldn't, it was hard to recognize the person, and he was very intentionally covered up.
Paola Samuel, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Paola Samuel, Quebec and Atlantic Canada Regional Director at B'nai Brith.
The newest tracks. Let's go. New music. And the next big thing.
Always on the new music first.
Your first place to hear it all.
'Cause you gon' like it, love it, wanna play it twice. Playing now.
iHeart New Music. Your digital station for brand new drops, fresh finds, and tomorrow's bangers.
I think we need something new.
Discover iHeart New Music. Always fresh, always first. Stream now on the free iHeartRadio app.